Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here on this Thursday morning. Wrapping up a week. Tomorrow will be wrapping up the week, but it's the 24th of the month, and next Thursday, we're May 1st for the May Day pole dance and all that. We'll get a big deal on that, but what's going on right now is that we have some really good weather as far as fishing, getting ready for the weekend. Our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Lou Potter, hard-working crew taking care of everyday comfort needs. High today, 83, low 66, and it's going warming on up a little bit through the weekend, so be hitting the 90s pretty soon. Water temperature in the pier, brought to us by Allco Electric in Lynn Haven. We're looking at a 74.7, so we rounded up 75 degrees. It's been that way for about 4 days now this week. It's been up around 74, 75. That's a good sign right there. River reading brought to us by the good folks at Panama City Coca-Cola. Talked about this yesterday. The river has settled down. Apalachicola bunched down 7.8, and the Choctaw Caribbean and even 4 foot. So really steady right there. Our wind direction be south-southeast at about 10 to 15. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn, NEAP. Neap tide today and tomorrow and on through the weekend. So just be prepared for that. Not going to have much tidal flow, but sometimes there's a good sign in it because the wind blowing is going to keep the water. It's going to be coming, like I say, at a southeast of 10 to 15, so it'll be pretty strong in some areas. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. You know, we're always talking about you go fishing when you can, or sometimes you have it planned for a week or two, whatever, you go then, but sometimes you get a spur of the moment, you just want to go, especially if you live close to a pond, a river, a lake, or a bay. And as you know, Walter and Wendy got a house finished at St. Joe, and they're right across the road from St. Joe Bay, literally, and Saturday afternoon they'd gotten everything ready for Easter and everything. They had a little bit of time, so they decided to go fishing. So they went and got a rod and reel and just walked across the street, and they had the best time. Wendy sent me some pictures. Folks, on the very first cast, Walter has a gold spoon. Very first cast, he catches a redfish. So Wendy has sent, so let's see if I can get it going here. All right, here we go. So he's out there fishing. Look at there, okay, first cast. And this is at Town Beach right there in St. Joe. You know where we're talking about, pretty close to the Methodist Church. And he hooks this fish, and of course he don't know what it is at first. But first of all, look, he's talking about knee deep now. Uh-oh, hits the water, so he thinks he's got him a redfish. And this is just awesome. Wendy just dropped everything he's doing and got her phone. Thank goodness she had a phone out there to film this. I love this. So he's fighting pretty strong. He's getting it close. Getting a little bit closer, walking to it. You just don't muscle them in, just sort of play them a little bit. I don't think they had a net. I don't think they had a net. They may have. Literally knee deep. And way out in the distance, Cape Sandblasted Point. So he's still playing it. We can tell really big time. It's a redfish. So here we go. This is real life. There it is. Look at there. Is that gold spoon barely holding on? I can't believe it didn't come off right there. But it just has a hook right there in the lip. Look at there. Good job, Walter. He was tickled with that. He was happy. So anyway, I got some more pictures. Let me see. There he is holding it. Here it is right here. He ended up, he talked a minute, then he went ahead and released it. Make sure it wasn't tagged, and released it back there. He'll catch him again next weekend. Cool job. So anyway, some other pictures, when they just had the best time, And I'm glad they went. Let me see, Jeff, I'm gonna get to some more pictures here. Wendy, okay, we got that. She had a bird. So, I mean, this is what you do, just enjoy the outdoors, big eagle flying. Wendy she had tears in her eyes, she was just so happy. Stingray, and Whitney has now moved down there, and she's living with them right now, working, she can work remotely in her job, so she can live anywhere. So she walks across the road, and guess what she found? She found 10 little baby scallops in St. Joe Bay. Now, is that not cool? I get tickled because you can follow the growth rate. Right now, they're about like this, she said. There are 10 of them scattered out. And I told her she needs to give them some food so they'll grow. But anyway, I want to get to the picture, but we're talking about going fishing just when you can. And that's the situation there. That Town Beach area, all of St. Joe Bay is a really good place to go and all. So, but that's Town Beach. My favorite, of course, around Black's Island area if you can go. All right, here we go on the pictures. Let's jump on some pictures real quick while we have time. This is interesting. This is coming out of Liberty County, okay? Brad Kincaid, can anyone give a fish ID? What this is it's a brim, but it's just solid black, and that's what's unusual about it. And it's just a genetic, it's like in a certain small percentage of brim where it's solid black. A lot of times it's a reflection of the water they're in. If they're really dark water, and generation after generation, the tannic acid and all turns them black. Also, and it's like an albino deer or something. You have certain ones that in nature that just are different. So that one's out of Liberty County, but we've caught some really dark fish. Usually has some orange though on the belly there, but that's interesting right there. Okay, here we go. I skip school a lot to go hunting. That's why my favorite number is blue. Okay, I got to send that to some friends of mine. Taylor Tyson, up here in Holmes County. Well, I think he's in Jackson County now, but anyway, good hunter. The Tyson family, I love that truck. But last weekend got me a nice buck. Good job, Taylor Tyson, the Tyson family. Used to be Blueberry Farms. Don't forget now, Monday night will be Captain Rick Corley at the Bay County Historical Society. That's not him in the picture, but he'll be talking about the importance of inland waterways in Bay County and throughout Gulf County and all. This picture, this is down around the Everglades. They counted, I couldn't count them, but they counted, there was something almost like 18 little baby gators on this mama's back. It was great photography, being able to time it when they were climbed, all of them climbed up there. Is that not amazing? Great picture. I want to zoom in. I wouldn't want to get too close to that mama right there. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, a couple more pictures real quick, and then we got a video to get into. But I really want to show this one. Remember, we showed a picture of Addison Kane with that big gobbler. I showed the day before yesterday out of Liberty County, Addison Kane. Well, her brother, same time on the same weekend, he was down there surf fishing in that Panhandle tournament down there at Mexico Beach. And Jan sent this to me. Just had to send you a picture. His grandmother Jan had to send you a picture of what my grandson Jaden had been up to. He was having fun at Mexico Beach. Hope you all have a happy Easter. And get back to Paramore's. Because we'd have lunch together at Paramore's sometime. Miss seeing y'all. Take care of Jan. So here's her grandson. Okay. Look at there. Let me see. First place, Jaden, 3 pounds, 5 ounce pompano. That was Saturday. Second place was 2 pounds, and third place, 212. Pretty close. And a whiting, it wasn't 16 pounds. I think 1.6 pounds. Anyway, here's a picture. I just thought that was cool. And here's a picture with his buddy right there. Okay, and so Steve, Jan's husband, Steve, my buddy, won the biggest fish. He won $1,000. That's why I was trying to figure out what the check was. And the other guy, though, is Charlie Burns. I want to get him identified, Charlie Burns. And speaking of that area, we've been on the area the whole show, but we're talking about surf fishing. It's so good right now. And what kind of bait do you use? Well, I've always used sand fleas up until a good while back when when fish bites were invented. I started using them, but a lot of people still use sand fleas. I personally don't use sand fleas anymore. I have just as much success on fish bites, and I just let those little sand. I've got a personal relationship with sand fleas now. I just let them live. And when I see them when I'm out there fishing, I see them coming up, and I say, well, you're lucky. You want to thank fish bites, because if you would be in my bucket, I'd be fishing with you. But this is a video I did a while back on how to catch sand fleas, and because they're still good bait. I just personally don't use them anymore. I just let them live. But this is really good because as a rank beginner, you can learn how to do it real quick. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of times it's just, I found myself catching them when the grandkids were little. We'd catch them and let them crawl around. The kids, they'd get tickled watching them run around and dig back in the sand. So it's a really educational experience if you even don't use them to catch some sand fleas. So we're gonna roll this video. Jeff, let's go ahead and roll this video. Okay, we're on the beach today. We're going to show you how to catch sand fleas. And it's funny, the other day I talked about it in the studio, and the lady, Sue, in the control room thought sand fleas were these little things on a dog, but listen, they're great bait. So we're going to show you how to catch them. Remember, we're going to look for it. First of all, they all have antennas, and they come up out of the sand. They're hard to find, but remember, they're in clumps. They sort of in families, or colonies maybe. And we'll go down beach and show you. Basically, the only equipment you're going to need is this little wire basket right here. Very simple. This came out of my wife's kitchen. We used to cook French fries in it. We don't eat French fries anymore, so we just use this just for sand fleas. So this is really only equipment. So we're going to sort of scoop them up under the sand. So come on. Okay, what I'm going to do, we look at when the waves are coming back in. You may not see it now. There's a little group of them sort of right down in there. They're coming up as the waves go back in. I'm going to run down there and point them out to you, and then before I try to get any. Pretty good. We got a couple of little ones right here that got loose. We're gonna let these little ones go right there. Notice what they'll do. They go right back. They go right back in the sand. What we'll do, we catch about 4 nice big ones right here. It'll be good bait. Let me take one out and show you what they look like. Okay. That's a sand flea right there. I'm gonna put them on the ground. I'm gonna show you how fast they are. Now they dig into the sand. They'll dig into the sand. You'll lose them if you're not careful. They have little antennas on them. They play possum on you too. See the antenna right there? We'll let this go in the sand. I'll let you dig. We may have lost him. Right there. See the little antennas right there? That's sort of what you look for. That's how they, actually how they eat. He's going deeper. He's going deeper, but he's still there. See him right there? Okay. Great sand flea. Right there. Good pompano bait. We're going to talk about some more in a minute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not a bad scoop right there. There's all the antennas coming up, and these are good healthy ones this time of year. One thing I like to do, if I find a female with the eggs, I don't know if you can see the yellow part inside here. Okay, that's a female, and she's starting to have some eggs. I usually turn around and let these go back. I'm going to release this one back in the surf. We need to say this be like having a big bass you catching with some eggs in it. So we're going to let that one go. This is also how they dig. This, don't get this protrusion. See how they dig so fast right here? We're going to let this mommy go. Okay, now once you catch a few, you want to be able to keep them healthy. And what you do now is put them in a small bucket of sand. If you can see these right here, have a little bit of wet sand. These are some I just caught on that last scoop. They're pretty lively. I just dump them in there. I got a couple little ones. I'll let them go. You can see how they'll dig up into the sand and they'll stay safe. And one thing you do not want to do, a lot of people make this mistake, you put water in here, they'll actually drown. They can't really stay in the water the whole night. So I can keep these today and fish with them and keep them overnight and fish with them tomorrow. And they'll stay healthy. The ones that don't use, I sort of let go. Well, Panhandle Outdoors on St. Joseph Peninsula, how to catch sand fleas. See you later. Okay, well, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a simple process. My little scooper there, I still have it. Like I said, we used to do French fries in it, and we quit cooking French fries a good while back. But I also make commercial breaks and anything like that. If you want to catch them, just watch them run around a little bit. It's great entertainment for kids. And if you want to fish with them, fine. But fish bites is the real deal for me, and I enjoy fishing with them. And a great story on fish bites we talked about it. You've seen the video. I know the family. Ironically, they got copied by another brand. We won't get into that. It's not very nice, but I don't go to other brands because Fish Bites were the original ones, and they did it the right way. They invented it. Okay, quick word. Okay, let me get. I've got a bunch more pictures. I'm not going to get to all of them. Let's start. This is good news right here. I had the boys on yesterday, and from Bozeman. What about at Mosley? The bass team up there, we're beyond proud to announce that Mason Daniels has been offered a full ride to join FSU Collegiate Bass Team. His hard work, dedication, and passion for fishing have truly paid off. And here he is right here with his family. Is that first Bay County angler ever offered a full ride to fish. Good job, Mason and Mom and Dad. And of course, we thank you, the Mosley Bassmasters team and all for helping out. Okay, this is good. This is folks on the water now sending this report. Terrence Giuseppe, mayfly starting to hatch in Weewall. That's all that needs to be said. Okay, I copy this. When to go fishing. Fishing brick, instructions for use. Throw it in the air. If the brick lands, go fishing. that's good. You can send out your buddies. And this is another one for you. I'm not an animal expert, but I think they're trying to park the camper. If you've ever gone camping, backing that camper up to the camping trailer, I don't care how much patience you have and all, there comes a time. I just, I laughed at that one. Okay. And the Outdoor Expo, this is not the one here, but it's going to be May 2nd and 4th. It's in South Florida. I've been talking about having one up here. I'd love to, man, look at all the things you're getting to do there on the bottom of all those things. Hunting, fishing, I won't go through all of them. Archery contests, camping, axe throwing, rock climbing. I mean, look, dock dogs, all that. That's an outdoor show. Now, would it be great to have one in the Florida Panhandle? Everybody's in favor of it. We just can't get it started. So we're gonna keep working on it. It may not be this big. This bit of South. This is really big. But they've only been doing it 5 years now. This is the 5th annual one. Okay. All right. Let me check some more pictures, Jeff. I wanted to talk. One thing I wanted to talk about was the worm grunting, but I've got another picture right here. This is from Howard Creek. Isn't it ironic? I just mentioned it from an email, and it's about that time of the year. You see what that is? Okay, you need not to say any more. Okay, we're going to enter y'all into the contest. Okay. What if they close grocery stores and we have to hunt for our food? I don't even know where Little Debbie lives. Okay. Coming up, we've covered this one before, a good little tournament over there in Basin Bayou in Freeport. Nick's Restaurant, a great place to eat, good locally owned, been there in a long time. The trout tournament is going to be Saturday, May the 10th. It's right there at the restaurant, really. They make plenty of room for it. And at 11 a.m. Okay, so check that out. Highway 20. We need to get over there. We haven't been eating there in a while. I'm going to cover a couple of tournaments. Don't forget now, we've had these folks on, they've come over here on the show, Ken River Daniels, and it's 20 25 edition, and they've been doing a good while. The Bayou Bash, May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Salinas Park, Cape San Blas. We cover it every year. We're going to try to cover it this year, and hopefully there are all kinds of things going on first weekend. Then coming up about the last Memorial Day is the brim tournament down in Howard Creek. Is that not? Look, we're just talking about Freeport, Cape San Blas, and Howard Creek. Big tournaments and all. Okay, real quick, we're talking about, I just ran across this. We're in a little drought right now. And you see our area, we're not getting much rain, so be careful on your fires. Really good. I wanted to get about one of the things, I'm not going to be able to cover it. Let's do one more, okay? This tournament's coming up. The CCA tournament, it starts on May 25th, but you got to register. You know, they do the tag, see the tag right there in Redfish, and they give away like, what, $500,000 of prizes and all. It's an amazing tournament. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't enter it last year because I could not confirm where any redfish were released in St. Joe Bay, or I couldn't get it confirmed. And I'm not saying they didn't do it, I just couldn't, so I didn't enter. So we want all of our bays with redfish in it: St. Joe Bay, Apalachicola Bay, St. Andrew Bay, and Choctawhatchee Bay. And I think they're going to do it, but I'm going to find out and get started on it. What I did want to cover, I didn't have time to get to, and maybe I'll get to it tomorrow or one day next week. The worm grunting. We talked about the Sopsoppi Worm Grunting Festival, and it just brought back so many memories. And I started going online looking at different research and all on worm grunting, and even Vanderbilt University has done a study on it. It's crazy. So I don't have time to get into it, but give you something to look forward to on the worm grunting. And I've seen some videos. But I wish I had some videos of my family doing it many years ago. Got to wrap it up for today. Y'all have a great day today. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it. Do something good for someone else today, and let's take care of the outdoors for sure. God bless you.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.